Okay, I think setting up webinar for Facebook Live. Okay, great. Now a screen that says Zoom is setting up a webinar for Facebook Live.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
Slightly anticlimactic, but.
No, there'll be another button you got to push still then.
Connor, do you want to introduce him and then he can start like talking about the first question and then I can take it from there just so I know when like to go?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it literally just took me to my Facebook page. Is that not supposed to happen?
So painful. So painful.
Actually, it says we're online. Let's go to the Nice Job page and see if that is in fact working. Is it just logged into my Facebook? I think we are live. Are we live?
Connor, we can't hear you at all.
I think we're live. Yes, we're live. We're literally live right now. Okay, go ahead. Hey guys, I'm gonna hold this up. So we've been having some technical difficulties, which is why our first live stream has been a bit of a gong show, but that's okay. Just to introduce ourselves, my name's Connor Wilson. I'm the Director of Growth here at Nice Job. With me is Curt Kempton. He's the founder and CEO of Responsibid, which is, Curt, what was it? Synthesize Technologies? Or Synthesize Software? Is that correct? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so.
And this is Zoya. She's our customer success manager. So Zoya is going to take it away because I am having technical difficulties.
Awesome. Hey guys. So yeah, like Connor said, we have Curt here with us from Responsibid. We're just going to start off by asking him, about his background and, how he got started with Responsibid and what Responsibid exactly is. So Curt, I will give you the mic. Go ahead. So go on about, what your background is and what Responsibid is exactly.
Sure. So, well, I personally started out in the window cleaning and pressure washing world. I had a pressure washing business, and it was kind of early on, early 2000s. Well, I guess like 2010 actually. But we started really trying to tap into increasing the customer experience. Our company was 5-Star Window Care, a customer service company that just happens to do windows. And so one of the ways we were trying to do customer service was trying to improve the quoting experience. And so we developed some software to be able to, and we integrated with Infusionsoft so that we could be able to make it so that a customer could visit your website and actually get the same shopping experience that they would expect to get, at the time, Amazon was really coming on and things like that. So from there, we went ahead and started scaling. I had a lot of other companies asking me, how do I get this on my site? How do we do it? And that's when I started hiring a development staff, and we made a product that basically allows customers to be able to tell you about a job, and then the software that we build actually tears it apart, breaks it down into packages, and says, well, customer, here's good, better, and best options for you, and then it automates the follow-up until you close the job. In fact, I can see Joseph Meekum is actually commenting right now on the video. Joseph's a Responsibidder, and it's just really cool because you can put software in the hands of owner-operator service companies to make them be able to operate like, large companies, people expect large companies to do. And nowadays, people just expect anybody to operate that way.
Right. No, that's super cool. As far as the integration with Nice Job works, did you want to go into a little bit more detail regarding that? Yeah.
So basically the way it is, as everyone here knows, Nice Job is designed to follow up after the job really ideally is going to start trying to turn that into referrals and reviews and social shares and stuff like that. So what we do is whenever someone goes into a quote in Responsibid, whether they did it from your website or whether you gave the quote over the phone, they move through these statuses. So the quote might be an open quote or a pending quote, but the ones that Nice Job, if you turn on the Nice Job integration, when the scheduled job turns into a closed job, it automatically fires off into Nice Job all the technology necessary so that Nice Job can begin doing what it needs to do. In fact, one of the cool things we just added to the integration about 6 months ago, I think it was, we made it so that when the quote first comes in, we create the person in Nice Job, And now when you're at the job, you actually can just add photos to that person. So if you want to do before and after pictures, it's all there. And then you just move on with life. You don't do anything else. You just go, the job closes in Responsibid, and Nice Job handles everything from there on. So our belief is, and I think that Nice Job shares this belief, is that service providers shouldn't be like overly techy. That like it's just not their field. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to make it so that just by moving to the regular course of business, using Responsibid to close all your jobs and hopefully upsell all your customers into, the services they actually want, then you just don't even think about it. And Nice Job will come in, grab what it needs, fire off what it's going to do for you anyway. And you start in fact, Mike Parker just left a comment that he's got 100+ reviews so far. I know he's a Responsibidder. And if he's got that connection turned on, I'd be willing to bet that all 100 of those reviews just came from him just giving the quote, doing the job, and then Nice Job just jumping in and doing the rest.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things to highlight is just how much it saves time, for small business owners, because, they're so busy anyway. So like you said, the minute that you close that job in Jobber, we get a push from there, and we'll send out the review invite for our customer, and that goes out as a text message. So for those of you that aren't familiar with how Nice Job works, the initial one is a text message, and then we do send up the follow-up emails afterwards. So it ties in very nicely with Responsibid. Like you said, again, it's just what you do on a day-to-day basis. You close a job, and we take care of the rest. So just moving on a little bit onto why you decided to get into Responsibid. I know you did touch on that, but you do have a bit of a different background. So just wondering how you decided to, get into this sort of industry.
Well, the thing to understand first off is that Responsibid was really a byproduct for me. When I created Responsibid, it wasn't because I wanted to get into the software business actually at all. In fact, I got my business degree, and one of the things my business degree taught me was don't go into business doing stuff you don't know how to do. And you'd never believe it. I was the top graduating student from Arizona State University's business college, and I still didn't follow any of that advice. So basically the way it worked was I started to develop systems, and I was really trying to grow my company. And I found that giving a customer experience that was unique and meeting my customers, or my potential customers, I should say, where they wanted to be, that was where I was growing my company. And so the more success I saw, and the more I would go and meet with other window cleaner, pressure washing companies, and now it's grown to carpet cleaners and maid service and lots of other like cleaning industries, the more I found that there's this group of people who are working their butts off, who just don't have access to the tools that they need to sort of move with 2000, at the time, like 2012, 2015, now here we are in 2018. And I want to make sure that it's really clear that when I first made Responsibid possible for another company to use it, I was just doing it, trying to figure out how to like make it work for them. The way Responsibid actually came to be, the why, was because I believe that the blue collar workers that were asking for this tool really are the people who are throwing on all these hats all day. Right now I'm the technician, pop that off. I'm the accountant now, pop that off. Now I'm doing marketing, pop that thing off. And now that I'm ordering supplies and all that, and all of that to say that we're trying to hit our customers in a way that gives them the experience that they wouldn't even look at your competitor. And so as things continued on, I realized, you know what? I'm out of my league here. So I hired developers, and I was actually using my cleaning company as a piggy bank. I would just hire employees for this company that didn't really exist at the time. And I ended up selling my window cleaning company 3 years ago. And this is all I do now. Now, Nice Job sort of came to be. What's interesting is that the history with it was Hatch before, Hatch and windowcleaning.com. When I met the founders of Nice Job, I realized that the alignment is that we are making a quoting platform, one of the arms. It's over the phone, in person, and online. And they were really the only company that was building websites that understood what it meant to convert in the service world. Everyone's used to selling products, but not very many people are good at selling services. So that was when the alignment made. And as soon as I aligned with them, I realized, all right, guy, kind of pulled the developers aside and I said, we're going to do something different. We're going to build a new connection. And we've never looked back.
No, that's awesome. That's a pretty good story there. So what are your future plans that you have for Responsibid? You said that you had, a lot in the pipeline. Is there any cool features that are coming out that users would be interested in?
So one of the things that Responsibid already does is it sells good, better, best. That's one of the, you just put information into Responsibid, like how many square feet the job is, or how many toilets need to be cleaned, or whatever it is that your business does. And then it converts it to, hopefully good, better, best pricing, depending on how you have it set up. Well, right now, what we have is we've been working really hard to try and make the proposal as easy to buy from as possible. And we recently rolled out a new update that we thought we had accomplished it, but since then we've determined that there's a new way we could actually even make it convert better. So we're about to roll out a new proposal layout. And with that, we're going to actually allow customers to be uploading pictures of their job, or your field technicians to upload pictures of that job. And then once that is in, the Nice Job people are probably most interested in hearing that we're going to be able to actually, as part of our API with Nice Job, actually send in all of the before and even some after pictures of that specific job over to Nice Job. So our goal is first sort of get this uploads thing. We already allow for uploads, but allow for customer uploads to come in so that we can and now start transferring pictures over. So I guess it's twofold. The proposal is going to convert even better than it already does, and then the actual pictures that I think we're already trying to be sort of hands off so that people can just do what they're going to do and it'll happen on its own. But if a customer can upload pictures to Nice Job for you, how much better is that?
Yeah, no, definitely. And it personalizes it as well. So that's great. What is the biggest advice that you can give to small businesses that are looking to grow from your perspective?
The biggest thing is to not be small-minded. I have this conversation all day with Responsibiders. When someone signs up for our service, they typically think that someone who asks them for a carpet cleaning, that the best they're ever going to do is be able to sell them a carpet cleaning. Mm-hmm. What we tell people with Responsibid is make that your basic package, but sell them carpet protection, sell them baseboard cleaning, sell them any sort of number of things that you can do, and never forget that you are not your target market. The sooner a business owner can realize that they are not their own target market, the better off they'll be, because they'll understand that the person who has an Aston Martin sitting in their driveway is going to be the person who is going to buy all your services. They're going to buy the nicest package you have. They're going to put themselves as your best customer, but don't hold them back. So many business owners will go in and say, oh, you asked for a quote for this, but I pulled a few things out that aren't necessarily needed. Look, this person wants the pro to come in and take care of stuff for them. If you offer multiple services, bid multiple services. Make sure that if they ask for carpets, tell them about their tile, tell them about their travertine, tell them about the shower glass door that you can fix. Tell them all the things that you can do, because if you can up your average ticket price and you can step out of the mindset of saying, stop trying to save your customers money and start trying to give them value, start trying to give them the value that you're a professional at, you'll find out that your average ticket price might be sitting in one range. You may double your ticket price as soon as you can get over yourself. And a lot of people just have no idea that they're stuck on themselves. And it's just because that's how we're born. We see through the glasses that we've always seen through. Yeah. But try looking through the glasses of a guy who owns a Lamborghini and a wife who goes to get her hair done 5 times a week for over $100 per pop or whatever it is. I promise you, they buy different than you. I promise.
No, that's a really great point that you brought up there. I think we had did you have any last minute, topics that you wanted to touch on before we move on to the comments from the viewers?
No, I think the only other thing I would say is that if someone's already using Nice Job, they obviously already care about the reputation. And I know that in today's world, it probably feels like if you're a good person, it probably already feels like people are holding your reputation hostage. Mm-hmm. And I know because I was in that world, and I know what it feels like to go out to a job site and then you start getting nervous sending employees out because you don't know how they're going to act, and it could come back to haunt you publicly. Here's one other thing I would throw out. If you already care about your registration or your reputation just by default, you're already so far ahead of your competition. Mm-hmm. You're better than you think you are. And I want to just put out there to the Nice Job users. I know that the Responsibid users that use Nice Job, there's a lot of common threads. They're pros. They're good at what they do. They do good technical work, and they're going to be personable people just because that's part of being a good business owner with a reputation in mind. So I would say stop stressing so much. Just keep being you and make sure that the people who have good things to say about you have an avenue so that you don't just get the complainers. You're already so far ahead just because of who you are, and you're using a tool like Nice Job. Let that stuff just work and take that stress and set it aside.
No, that's great. And yeah, to touch on that, if for users that, may have, after using Nice Job received a negative review, it's very important to also respond to those negative reviews, publicly. So if you get a negative review on your Google page, respond on there so people actually see, that you care about your customers. And I think that's a great way to take, the burden of just constantly having to worry about getting good reviews off of you. And so I think that's a very important point. I think we had a comment or a question from a viewer. Connor, did you want to take that one?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you speak up a little bit louder.
Yeah, okay. So I just changed the mic, so maybe that'll help. I'm gonna hold the microphone here. I don't know if I'm coming on that video or not. So we had some comments. Daryl Dunn asked what a Responsibidder was.
Well, a Responsibidder would be sort of like a Nice Jobber. It's a person who uses Responsibid to give their quotes.
There you go. Perfect. Let's see here. Daryl Dunn was also asking how we handle Yelp software and criteria for posting reviews. Responsibid doesn't work with Yelp, correct?
Well, Responsibid works with Nice Job, and doesn't Nice Job work with Yelp?
Well, Yelp actually changed their policy, so you can't directly collect reviews on Yelp, which is unfortunate. But what you can do, and what we do, is we scrape all the reviews off of your Yelp profile so you can respond to them within Nice Job. They're kind of changing their policies in Yelp so that you are forced to buy ads, which we've heard very mixed reviews about. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like Yelp is just bound and determined to try and kill their business.
They really are. Well, they're fighting with Google. They're trying to fight with Google. That's never a good idea. Yeah. Anyone who's watching, if you do have questions, this is the time for that. We are closing up in just about 5 minutes, but if you do have questions, now would be the time. Michael, you've been fairly active on the chat. I don't know if you're still on. Did you have any questions we could answer for you? This is a prime opportunity to talk to Curt Kempton, the excellent CEO of Responsibid.
Actually, I'll tell you a quick story about Michael. I'm going to be
there you go.
I'm going to be heading out to Bend. He's in Bend, Oregon, and I'm doing the Responsive tour. All the Nice Job people are like, what the heck's with all the responses, this and that? But I'm going to be flying all over the United States in about 6 weeks, I think. And he and I are going to be going mountain biking together.
That's incredible.
But my idea is to catch all of our Responsibidders that I can in their natural habitat and sort of get video of how different people are using Responsibid to give their quotes and close jobs and what it means for their companies.
That's awesome. How do you tell? So this is our first live stream. If you didn't catch that at the beginning, how do you tell who's watching? I can see the numbers, but I can't tell.
They have to comment. Watching. The only way you know who it is if they comment.
They have to comment. Oh, I see. Gotcha. All right. Well, if you are on, this is the time. But Michael, when are you coming up to Vancouver? You got to come mountain biking with us. We got Whistler and everything.
He's right there.
All right. Well, if there's no more comments, I think that's pretty much it. I think just the last thing is maybe just talk about the relationship you've had with Nice Job before. So you met Lars quite a while ago, and we were at Ice Expo in Las Vegas together. That was fun. You spoke there. What were you speaking about in Las Vegas?
I
remember it was good, but we were manning the booth, so we never got a chance to see it.
I think I would have been talking about actually not anything quoting related at all. I believe I would have been talking there about how to execute in your business. What we find is that a lot of people who are, I was talking about changing all their hats all the time. Yeah. We find that people who do all of that hat switching, they're out working in the field and they have a lot of good ideas, but it's hard for them to implement. And I sort of shared some of the methodology that I used when I was in my business to keep from getting stuck in that trap of like just having lots of great ideas, but not actually getting anything done.
That's pretty good. Yeah. I remember you, I don't remember exactly what it was, but you had some sort of metaphor that we were all kind of like laughing about after, because it was a good metaphor. It was just very creative. Do you remember what that was?
I make everything up as I go, so it'll probably never come up again. I don't know.
Fair enough. All right. Well, for everyone watching, thank you so much. We're hoping our next live stream will run a little smoother, primarily in the scheduling. So there'll be a little notification that pops up that we're going to be going out live. But before we jump off here, I do want to give a shout out to just some of the collaborations we're doing with Responsibid. So yes, we obviously have our integration, which all of you should definitely try out if you're not already. It will completely automate your review collection process and you'll get a higher bid price, as Curt has explained. We're also going to be in Atlanta this August. So Curt and Nice Job and, Responsibid, we're helping run, and Curt's really taking the lead on this. So thank you so much, Curt. The Software Service Summit, which is going to be right before the huge convention. So if you're coming to that, you should definitely check out the Service Software Summit. It's going to be fantastic. It'll be all the different software your business can take advantage of to, really take it to the next level. And yeah, so, we'll be there, Responsibid will be there, Jobber will be there, a bunch of really great companies. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. I haven't been to Atlanta before.
I think one of the things about the Service Software Summit is it'll be the very first software. Like whenever someone says that they're going to a software conference, they're always in another industry. They're never in the cleaning or
yeah, totally.
And honestly, it's so long overdue. These customers are used to dealing. Our customers are used to dealing with certain, business a certain way.
Yeah.
And this is a way for service companies to not feel like they're missing the boat. And that's where I felt the need of the Service Software Summit is that here's a group of people who need to be selling their services in modern ways. And all of the softwares that are at the Service Software Summit all integrate in one shape, way, or form. Mm-hmm. So just sitting, and the other thing is that we've told every speaker, you've got 15 minutes to share an hour worth of content, which think about that for a second. I mean,
that's crazy.
When you sit through an hour talk, you always walk out with a page of notes, right? And that's all the things that you got out of it. Basically what we're going to do is every 15 minutes, your paper is just going to be getting full from some of the brightest minds that I've been able to find in the industry. I'm so pumped.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Yeah. We'll have tons of great speakers. We got a lot of great content. And it looks like we had some new people join. Bo, how's it going? So I think Bo's a different client. They're not with you, Curt, but Bo has been one of our most just sweetest customers. She's adorable. Yeah, she's great. How's it going, Bo?
Cool.
Yeah. And then we got Joseph. You're coming to the Software Service Summit. That's awesome. Service Software Summit. I get that mixed up. Yeah, that's fantastic. So Curt, when's the date on that again? Just so we make sure everyone knows.
August 21st. The huge convention, I believe, is the 22nd and 23rd. So the day before that, Thursday.
So we'll be right before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not already planning on coming to the huge convention and the Service Software Summit, you should definitely do that. It's going to be fun. And you might even get to see me speak, which will be interesting. Never done that before. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, everyone. Oh, Savo, you joined. That's funny. Anyways, Savo's our web designer here. So I guess he's taking a peek. So anyways, everyone, thank you so much for coming. We're really looking forward to our next live stream, which hopefully is going to be next week. We have to work out a few of the kinks in terms of the technical difficulties. But yeah, Bobby, it looks like you're not going to come to the summit, but you're going to the convention. You should definitely check out the summit. It's going to be fun. And you can get a discount, I believe, on the huge convention if you go to the Service Software Summit as well. So definitely check it out. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for joining. I think we're going to sign off here. One question, though, for you, Curt. How do we actually end the live stream again?
Just watch the stream that's happening on Facebook. And then when it gets to the point you want to stop, you should be able to have just a way to just end the stream right in Facebook.
Gotcha. I see a stop live stream button, so I'm just going to click that and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Everyone. Thanks, Curt.
See ya.